All right, you are wearing Wonder Woman glasses.
I am.
And you're a superhero.
I am a superhero.
Tell me about your superpowers.
Oh, wow. I used to think that having superpowers meant being able to do anything and charging through things. My family motto was, be a rhino.
Okay.
And then I, at about the age of 27, got mono and landed on my butt, pretty much, and developed what they were calling chronic fatigue syndrome. And I couldn't force my way through as much as I tried. All that persistence and go-getting energy, they weren't working.
Okay.
And so I had to come to this point where I had to take the glasses off and look at my life in a different way. And so I began writing my story.
Okay.
I wrote my whole life story up to that point, and I looked at all the times where I just wasn't able to connect with my human vulnerability and embrace it.
Well, rhinos aren't vulnerable, right?
No, well, maybe, I'm not sure, but I had to learn to be a vulnerable rhino at that point, and I had to learn to be. And because at that point I was a human doing. Everything that, who I was, my whole self-identity was based on what I did. And it was really a time of deep learning, of just loving myself for being myself.
Right.
And from that place, I discovered my inner gifts. Sure, had a lot of talents like we all do and skills that we can use in the world.
Right.
But I didn't have a true appreciation for just me as me. And having my body just like literally say stop helped me to appreciate my spirit. And it changed the whole trajectory of my life. I now do spiritual counseling. I now teach journaling and writing, and now it's one of my greatest joys to help people connect with their authentic self inside, and to let what's inside be expressed outside.
Right.
Versus kind of expressing to meet the needs of what's outside for some kind of self-approval. And so this process has taken many twists and turns, and I'm always continuing to learn new layers and to grow, but it was something that I think it really determined the quality of how I move forward in life.
Sure. It sounds like you've been through a pretty big change, and it sounds like maybe the rhino persona wasn't really what you feel on the inside.
No.
What do you feel like?
What I feel like. I felt more like a curious butterfly.
Yeah?
Yeah. And, the part of where I stand now is I've learned to embrace the power of the fierceness of the rhino and the strength of the rhino to fiercely and authentically stand boldly in who I am on the inside. And so the strength is still there.
Right.
It's just used in a different way.
Okay.
And so that's the strength I'm trying to help other people lean into.
Sure.
Is the rhino butterfly strength.
So you've evolved into a combination of rhino and butterfly because you have characteristics of both.
Right.
What are the butterfly characteristics?
So the butterfly is really good at zooming in and being able to land on a flower and look at all the detail and appreciate the beauty, and is able to make quick turns and be playful and light. And certainly this experience helped me to really lighten up on that gold ribbon, gotta get there person who really learned that, spirit has a much more fun, often plan filled with surprises than we could imagine.
You bet. That's a beautiful combination of the butterfly and the rhino. But if you could go back in time, right, when you were a little girl and somebody first told you to be the rhino, if you could whisper in the ear of that little girl and tell her what you know now, what would you tell her?
I'd tell her you can be whatever you want to be.
Yeah.
And I'd tell her that she was strong like a rhino, But she could pick any animal any day of the week
Yeah.
and have all the characters of the whole animal kingdom.
That's beautiful. Thank you.
You're welcome.